Hey everyone, it's Garbage Eggs. We're back.
Yeah.
This is the ranking video of cereal mascots.
Yahoo!
The board right now, as you're looking at it, is pretty much the same as last time. This is basically part 2 of a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're joining us now, there is a part 1 with commercial mascots where the winner was Tony the Tiger.
Yes.
And some people were a little upset about that, and they're like, why would you do Tony the Tiger if he's going to be in the cereal mascots?
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing is Tony the Tiger, like, he's a very unique character that transcends just beyond cereal.
You see him not only on cereal boxes.
Yes.
Is the main thing.
There's other products with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not the only one who transcends on this list. We've got some weird ones, 12 in total. My 4 seeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Tony, because he won last time.
Yep.
Clearly, that's my number 1 seed. We're going to do the same thing. It's already been predetermined through a 12D die.
Yeah.
That I rolled to figure out where everybody would be placed, except for my top 4. Of course,
Yes.
I knew where they were going. And we're just going to throw them together and see what happens.
All right, let's do this.
Like commercial mascots, there are many cereal mascots.
Mm-hmm.
There are many different cereal mascots for the same brand of cereal.
Yes.
So these are the most current and modern ones that we have.
Yeah. There are many others we could have gone with.
There are some who are not cereal exclusive, like Fred Flintstone.
Yes.
Pebbles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles. And I was like, you know what? No, because his origins are actually a cartoon.
Yeah.
I saw Tinkerbell.
Really?
I saw Spider-Man.
There's like every athlete ever
Yep.
on Wheaties or whatever.
Yep. I saw Pokemon.
There's like the squares from Cinnamon Toast Crunch that just eat each other, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was Cinnamon and Apple.
Yeah, that one does bum me out. I liked them. I thought they were fun.
I know people enjoyed them, but you are kind of making fun of someone's accent.
Yeah, I get it.
And also, what does that have to do with cinnamon?
Yeah, I don't know. And they don't taste like apple.
No, they're quite a foul
They're not
cereal.
good. Which, that adds to something. Does the taste of the cereal affect the rankings from the mascots?
You know, I thought about that too, and I was like, sure, why not? I mean, that's kind of logical. But then, like I just said, like Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles. Mm-hmm. Right? Of course, they're not in this competition, but which one are you going to talk about? Which one, you know? I guess you could, if you wanted to. If you wanted to really state that, you know, you like a certain flavor of cereal.
Yeah, but I think the mascots' charisma on their own is the important part.
Yes, and some of them don't do much.
No.
And a lot of them do the same thing.
So who are we starting with?
So we're going to start out with our number 8, which would be Quickie, the Nesquik bunny.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, first of all, you're probably going, Nesquik is like chocolate syrup or chocolate powder for milk, right? Mm-hmm. They do make a cereal product.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
So, like I said, there's others that transcend. Quickie's one of them. But Quickie, his cereal hasn't really taken off here in America. I'm sure it's popular in Europe.
The Nesquik really kind of, like the product in general, like the chocolate milk and stuff, really kind of faded out of the zeitgeist in the 90s, early 2000s.
It's very, very much still popular. You're just too old.
I guess, maybe. I just never see it or anything.
Why? It's right there next to chocolate syrup.
I guess I'm not drinking much chocolate syrup.
Or chocolate milk. Or drizzling chocolate syrup on your ice cream.
I'm gonna say, Quickie has some real lasting power, because they have not done anything to that kid's design in years.
They have changed him. He has gone to a complete 3D model now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. On the boxes, you'll still see him as his, like, 2D self.
Yeah.
But if you saw an ad, he will be in 3D.
Okay.
It's Garbage Eggs, so just ignore the dogs.
Sorry if you can hear noises outside. There's nothing we can do about it.
There is nothing. Quickie was born in 1973.
Cool.
We're going to find out that a lot of these guys are all from the same time. And it's basically the 60s to the 70s.
When they started realizing if you put a mascot on a brand, kids identify with it more. They recognize it better.
They already knew that. This is when they really got competitive with it. Okay. Oh, what is he? He's just another bunny mascot that has too much energy?
He does. He's I will say, even though I said his design is consistent,
Yeah.
it's a lot. He's got a lot going on. He has like sports clothes usually.
Yep.
Which is weird because I don't associate chocolate with doing sports.
Yeah, that's another thing with these cereals is their marketing is like, hey, this is a cool hip kid. You know, they're kind of young and cool kids. Also, the mascots themselves, and they're eating sugar cornflakes. Like it's all just corn and rice products with sugar. Cereal's not good for you.
No. I remember, it's not the cereal, but Quickie's thing was his ears would like tangle up with each other.
Yes, and then he would twist around. Almost Looney Tunes-ish.
Bunnies, I wonder if it, because there are a lot of bunny mascots, I wonder if it is things like Bugs Bunny, that like set the standard for that.
Bugs Rabbit. That, there's a multiverse, that's a thing.
Lola Rabbit, that's her name.
I think it's because bunnies are everywhere, and then the widespread of Christianity probably helps with that.
They do have a weird bunny thing when it comes to Easter. Also, bunnies are easy to draw.
And they taste delicious.
The one time I tried...
You have to have it right.
Yeah, they didn't do it right.
So, what is he known for? He's known for being quick. It's literally his name. And his catchphrase, for a great start for the day. It's a terrible catchphrase.
That's a terrible catchphrase.
We've never actually had his cereal.
No.
But a lot of them got sued or were told to get rid of their catchphrases because basically they're not healthy enough products. And this was one of them.
Wow.
Where some sort of association in the United States was like, you don't reach like the certain type of like amount of nutrition benefits that you can't market yourself as healthy.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's insane.
Okay, number 9 coming up is Buzz the Bee.
But yeah, the Honey Nut Cheerios bee.
Yes.
Who I can never remember his name.
It's Buzz.
I called him Charmy Bee, which is a Sonic the Hedgehog character.
Nice, that's not close.
Buster Bee, Honey Bee. Like, Buzz is not the name that sticks with me.
Buzz the Bee is also the name of a college mascot. Who's like a fighting yellow jacket or something like that.
Makes sense.
Well, he looks like a yellow jacket. I don't know what was going on
but
there.
The exact...
Yeah, college mascots get weird.
What genome of insect this college mascot is.
One of the colleges I went to, we were artichokes, so it's pretty unique.
Oh, that sucks.
It was cool. I can say I'm an artichoke. He was born in 1979.
Relatively young, I would say.
Yes. He is a bee with a magical honey wand.
He does have the wand, yep.
He is known for buzzing around your cereal before Expelliarmusing it with honey.
He has like his little honey Patronus.
Yep. Honey Patronus, that's better. And then his catchphrase, he has no catchphrase.
Which is weird, because when I think his thing is Cheerios.
Yes.
And I think Cheerios heart healthy. So I don't think that's his catchphrase, though. I think this is like a statement. That's
the slogan. He doesn't have a catchphrase. There's been some discrepancies with some of the characters here that I have, where slogans have become their catchphrases.
Real pedantry. What's a slogan? What's a catchphrase?
Yeah. I think overall the brand is saying something that's a slogan, while a catchphrase is exclusive to the character.
Understandable. I guess that's true. I think of all of them, Buzz is one of the ones I still see the most frequently as an adult.
Yes.
Because Cheerios is also sold to adults.
Yes.
Because of the heart health.
Who they qualify for that. Cheerios, I never liked.
It's a polarizing cereal, apparently.
But Honey Nut Cheerios, I always enjoyed. And when I was a little kid, they'd get me those little cups that like doctors would put pills in and give you. And then they would just give me like Cheerios and I'd just slowly eat those.
Whenever,
like that was a nice little treat.
Whenever you see any kind of like home footage of someone's baby, they're always eating Cheerios. It's a classic. I've always liked all kinds of Cheerios. Honey Nut, normal.
Blueberry.
They're weird flavors, yeah.
Okay.
I'm into Cheerios. I think they're really tasty.
I mean, I wanted to talk about Quickie, but clearly it is Buzz.
Yeah.
Like, you said it right there. It's for all ages. Everyone knows him. Everyone loves his product.
Also, Quickie is more associated with the beverage rather than the cereal.
Yes. He was more of a fun fact for you.
Yes. A nifty little curveball.
Our next bracket roundup fight.
Yes.
Okay. Which is our 5th seed, Chip the Wolf.
Chip, yeah. Like chocolate chip.
I thought it was Crisp the Wolf.
No.
No, okay. So it's Chip the Wolf.
It should be Chip. Pretty sure it's Chip.
So Chip the Wolf is Cookie Crisp. Mm-hmm. Right? And he's always kooky for his Cookie Crisp.
I guess. He changed in kind of recent years.
He wasn't always a wolf.
Yeah, he was a hound dog.
Yes.
Who would howl, and then the O's of his howl would become cookies.
Yep. So he was Chip the wolf or dog, and then in 2005 he became the wolf.
I remember the dog was like the cool guy. Everyone wanted to hang out with him. When he showed up, the party would start popping or whatever.
Nice.
Where with Chip the Wolf, the new one, it kind of feels more like a kind of a Trix Rabbit type of situation.
Yes, and a lot of these guys, they fall into that, where that's their gimmick, is they're attacking little kids to get their cereal.
I guess it would make a kid feel important.
I would be wondering why a werewolf is trying to eat my cereal.
Yeah,
I'd be like, bro, full moon was last night.
Like the adversary aspect of it, I suppose.
I think I blame Scooby-Doo here. I think that might have been what it was.
Maybe.
But anyways, he was born basically as the dog version. That was 1990, and in 2005 he became the wolf.
Yes.
He's the canine form of Trix. That's what I wrote.
Yes. Yeah.
He's trying to steal Cookie Crisp from kids. Cookie Crisps taste disgusting.
They're not great.
How can you sell me on saying this is a cookie?
I know.
For cereal? You just get cookies and put them in a bowl. Like, just go to Chips Ahoy.
Uh-huh.
Crush them up, unless you got the Chewies.
Yum, 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 yum.
But you know what I mean. And then put milk in a bowl.
I think the thing is, they don't taste like cookies. And they're a weird shape.
Yes.
And they get stuck to the roof of my mouth a lot.
Because they're just the right size. Yep.
But when you're a kid and you want like something more like chocolate for breakfast and you ask your parents, I think because it isn't actually chocolate at all, I think it's a more like parents are more likely to pick that one because it's fun. They got that like sweet, quote unquote sweet aspect to it, pretending it's a cookie, but it's actually healthier for them than something like Choco Puffs or whatever.
Cocoa Puffs.
Yes.
Cocoa Puffs. I grew up on Cocoa Puffs. I love Cocoa Puffs.
I didn't get a lot of chocolate ones.
The trick is you gotta let it sit in the milk for a while.
Yes. This is true for all.
Yeah. It's cereal milk. That's really the thing that people like.
Which Nesquik, you would think, would have a better grasp on that one.
No, it wasn't any cereal brand that figured that one out. That was, God, she was on MasterChef.
Christine.
Yeah, I can't... If you look up, what is it, Milk Bar?
Yeah, they sell cereal milk.
Yes. Where they literally let the milk sit in cereal long enough to take on the flavor, and then they sell you just the milk. You don't get the cereal.
It's so smart.
And people love it. Yeah, I hate Cookie Crisps.
I think the wolf is weaker than the dog. They got rid of the howling thing, and wolves howl. He just doesn't stand out. He's gray also.
Yeah.
Like the box has so many colors going on, and he just blends into the background. I don't even register he's on it half the time. Disappointing. Should be cooler.
Our 12th seed is Dig'em, the frog.
Dig'em. The frog?
Yes.
From what?
Oh, what is it?
Oh, is it Smacks? Or Pops?
No, I think it's Smacks. Smack'ems?
I don't like them. I really hate them.
They're very much like Pops, but like sugar-coated. With like they're Honey Smacks.
Yeah.
So that's one of those weird cereals where you guys probably thought of a few different names before you were like, yeah, it's Honey Smacks. They keep changing the name. Just like Frosted Flakes, Frosties, they're all the same thing. They just keep changing the damn name of it.
I had the cereal ages ago when I was like 6.
Yes.
And I hated it immensely. And I have not had them since. I don't know if they taste better nowadays or what, but I had loathed them.
So every summer, my parents would send me away to live with my grandparents for a week. And I think it was because they hate me. And And I would have to live with these old people, which was fine. It's just you wouldn't get as much food, and I wouldn't get to stay up, and I would have to do a lot more chores.
It's
and
really the old people food that's the killer.
Just being on their schedule when you're fully wound up, and they're like, "It's time to go to bed."
At 7.
Yeah, and I'm like, I guess
sun's still up.
guess I'll stay up to watch Dragon Ball Kai. Anyways, we would eat them a lot because my grandfather liked Honey Smacks, Pops, Cheerios, right? These were the ones that I would just eat with them, and my parents wouldn't get them, so I do kind of think they're for older people,
which is
or
weird,
an older generation,
because Diggum the frog has such like a kid cool guy, very similar to Nesquik Bunny, the cool guy outfit, backwards cap, weird, not a lot of frogs.
Yes, so he was created in 1972. He's a frog that doesn't know the first thing about fashion. What is he known for? I wrote how awful he dresses up as.
It's a horrible purple.
He's got the pinwheel hat on, which I'm like, when was that cool?
It's a pinwheel hat?
Yeah.
I thought it was a backwards cap.
Well,
homie.
They might have changed it, but I've seen pictures where he has a pinwheel hat. He's got knee socks on.
I'm gonna be honest, frogs are cool and all, but I don't want them associated with food, because I just think of their tongues.
Yeah.
And that's gross. Just like the cereal.
And his catchphrase, "You'll dig 'em."
Yeah. That sounds like a bad pickup line.
Yeah. They're trying too hard here.
He's not in a lot of commercials either.
No. Which I would have to say that Chip the Wolf would win this round because Chip's around way more.
Yes, even though he's such a weak character compared to Diggum, he's got it.
Yep.
Wolves are just cooler, also.
Okay. Our number 7 seed, Sonny the Sun.
What? Sonny the Sun?
Yes.
Who? What?
So, Sonny the Sun is Raisin Bran.
Oh.
He doesn't talk.
You went with Sonny? What about the raisins? The singing raisin guys? They're really old. You know what? Now in hindsight, I'm not even sure if they were the selling Raisin Bran.
They might have been selling raisins.
I think, yeah.
Okay. So his name's Sonny.
I didn't know he had a name. I didn't know he was a character.
He is.
I just thought he was iconography.
He started out as just a son, and then at some point, well, first of all, he was created in 1965. He started out as just a son that smiles and everything, kind of Teletubby-ish, without the creepy kid in there.
Yes.
And then there was a point where he became a news anchor for Raisin Bran. When his ads would come on, he would be announcing them.
Okay.
And then now he's just kind of reverted back to what he is, and he doesn't really say anything.
All I remember is someone was talking about the conspiracy of how many scoops of raisins he's holding. Because sometimes he has 1 scoop, and sometimes he has 2 scoops.
We'll get to that.
Oh.
Okay. What is he? I've determined that this is what he actually is. He's the omnipotent lord of happiness and health under the Kellogg's banner.
Yes?
Yes.
All hail?
They love him.
Really?
Kellogg's, they're like, no, he's our favorite mascot. I'm not kidding. He embodies everything they want
That's so
the
weird.
company to stand for, and for Raisin Bran.
He's so forgettable. Conceptually.
Yeah, well, over there, they love that guy.
I mean, who else are they gonna pick?
I think
Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah. They don't condone that movie. The yellow in Kellogg's is the same yellow as Sony.
Okay. It's weird.
Yes.
He doesn't stand out.
Anyways, what is he known for? He reigns over your bowl of Raisin Bran, smiling gently down upon you while you try to get past the blandness.
They're real bland. When the most exciting part of your cereal is the raisins,
yes,
you're doing something wrong.
So at one point, it was his catchphrase. It became the slogan. You'll see it occasionally because you'll see him drawn with usually 2 scoops of raisins. And there are 2 scoops of raisins in each package of Raisin Bran.
Weird. Okay. But we have seen him with only 1 scoop, haven't we?
Yeah.
The conspiracy.
What if he just stacked more raisins in 1 scoop?
Yeah, he could just use the 1 scoop multiple times.
What if that scoop is the size of 2 normal scoops?
True, he's the sun. He could be huge. That's funny. I just pictured all the mascots together, and then there's this 3 times bigger sun rolling up with a bunch of raisins.
One of the coolest things about him is that cereal's breakfast, right? Typically. When the sun rises, it's breakfast time.
Yes.
How do you get raisins? You leave them out in the sun.
It is. They tie together real well.
And it's called raisin.
Like,
it's a pun while also saying it's raisins.
Like rising.
Yes.
Like being raised.
Yes. So he's actually really well created.
It is clever. It is clever. He's just kind of boring, I guess, compared to... because I think animals are more fun.
Yeah, he's not a wacky, crazy character, but when you see him, you will realize, like, what he stands for, what his product is, and what time you should be consuming it.
Yes.
The number 11 seed is Trix the Rabbit.
Wow. Is that his name also?
He's Trix, yes.
Trix, okay.
He's had other names, but we call him Trix.
He's had a lot of different designs.
Yes.
Like, over the years, he's had shirts, he's not. Others.
He was created in 1959.
Is he the oldest one?
No.
Who? Okay.
I don't think so. Anyways, he is pretty old, though. Mm-hmm. And he's an endangerment towards all children of the world.
It's true.
He's known for disguising himself to steal back the Trix cereal.
Yes.
And his catchphrase isn't really his catchphrase, but it's silly rabbit, tricks are for kids.
It's a good catchphrase.
He's mostly being antagonized by children.
Yeah.
And sometimes he'll actually team up with them.
Rarely.
Yes.
But he never gets the Trix in the end.
No, they're not going to share. Even with the yogurt.
Which always disappointed me. Like, as a kid watching the commercials, I was like, just let him have some Trix.
No.
He can have a bowl.
Yeah. Do you remember they had a yogurt?
I do. It was great also.
It was not.
I thought it was amazing.
My problem with Trix is, so we put in these cute little, like, fruit-shaped cereal pieces. Mm-hmm. Yet, like, okay, I remember one is a watermelon and one is grape.
Yeah. The orange was just a circle.
Yes. They don't taste like that.
No.
And they're just there to be colorful and trick you into thinking that you're eating fruit when you're just eating sugar.
Fun shapes.
I don't like that. I don't like the taste overall, that collective, when you have it all together.
Mm-hmm. We've done a weird thing with Trix where they were shaped like various fruits.
Yes.
And then they were all shaped like circles. And now they've gone back to being shaped like various fruits because everyone complained about it. And now I've seen mini where it's back to the circles, but the circles are really small. And I'm like, I don't think that would even be better.
Oh, you're talking about where they're spherical.
Yes. Orbs.
And they're almost like Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, but it's a cereal.
Yeah, you understand what I mean by the context of, like, it's just a bunch of orbs sitting in a bowl and you're just shoveling this into your mouth.
Trix has not, like, added anything to its cereal.
Nope.
But it's changed so many times. There's so many variations to it.
There are. And especially when, like, we just got out of the loaded era. Mm-hmm. Where they were creating, like, stuffed cereal pieces.
Yeah, that stuff's weird.
I never tried one. I don't believe in it.
There was a big phase where everyone was just adding marshmallows to their crap.
Yep. Yes, they still are.
And I'm like, Frosted Flakes doesn't need marshmallows.
Also, those aren't even marshmallows.
No, and they're never as good as Lucky Charms.
And if you eat them dry, the feeling on your teeth.
Yeah, where you can, like, feel the, like, scrape.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. So, Sunny versus Trix.
I have to give it to Trix. Sunny's very clever, but Trix is iconic.
Okay. We'll keep Trix.
Nice.
That I do not agree with, but we'll keep Trix. Number 10, Count Chocula.
Yeah. Very specific Halloween cereal that shows up once every year. The cereal's never good also. like not just Count Chocula, all of those Halloween cereals, very, very bland.
I never got them because they're seasonal, and I always thought they were just rip-offs of things that I could already get year-round.
No, they're not. But they don't taste good. They're seasonal and expensive.
They are. They're very expensive. They're more expensive than a regular box because they're seasonal, supposedly. And yes, when I said I thought they were the same, I found out today that they are not.
Nope.
These are different cereals that are only made for Halloween.
Yes.
I can't say much about them.
Go ahead.
I
I was gonna say, of the ones I've had, Count Chocula's was the best. But that's
Okay.
because chocolate can overpower any blandness, I suppose.
Yes. There's Frankenberry,
Yep.
which is strawberry,
Boo Berry.
which is blueberry.
They've had some new ones.
The Fruity Mummy, who got discontinued. There was another one.
There's like a witch girl. The Game Grumps ate all of them in a video, so you can watch that.
And yeah, the new one with the girl. And it's caramel apple.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't.
then you can get all of them together, and it's the Monster Mash or Monster Remix mix, whatever.
Of them all, Count Chocula is the most iconic of those characters.
That's why I chose him.
Also because I think people just like goofy vampires. The Count Chocula.
Edward.
Those three hanging
Lestat.
out. None of them drink blood.
Oh man, how is Count Chocula not in What We Do in the Shadows?
Good question.
Okay, he was created in 1971. He came out with the first 4, and then eventually they started like cutting them up and changing it. But he's stuck around this entire time. What is he? He's a chocolate vampire. That
Yep.
was easy.
He doesn't drink blood. He drinks chocolate.
He's known to show up one time a year.
He's like Santa.
Yes. He's not a Santa I want around much.
You wake up in the middle of the night and there's just a man eating your cereal. I'm Count Chocula.
Well, you know what his catchphrase is? I want to eat your cereal.
Oh, it's a terrible catchphrase.
It is. And I was just like, oh, that's painful. So yeah, he would eat your cereal. That's his whole point.
That's funny. That's very funny.
And then number 6. I wanted to call them the Rice Boys, but apparently that's not okay.
Snap, crackle, and pop?
Oh man, they don't do anything.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
They don't do anything.
They have plenty of misadventures. They had great commercials.
Okay.
Yeah. Where they walk around, they do stuff.
Yeah.
They
Really?
hang out. Yeah. And cereal always saves the day somehow.
Yep.
I like them. I think they're fun.
They are the oldest mascot we have on here.
Really?
1933.
Ew. 33.
There is archival footage of them doing basically like readouts for World War II.
Wow. The elves?
They-
The little elf boys?
They are not elves.
What?
They are gnomes.
They're no way.
They were originally created as very old gnomes who were
Okay.
just kind of like miserable.
But more typically gnomish.
Yep. And then later on, they got revamped as younger.
Uh-huh.
And then they became more elf-like.
Pointed ears. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess gnomes have pointed ears too. That's insane. That's amazing. I like them. I think they're fun.
I would say that they're drug-addicted gnomes. They're possibly the prototype to what would become Ed, Ned, and Eddie.
Yes.
What are they known for? No one actually knows what they do.
They're...
But they have successfully covered up the murder of their 4th brother, Pow. His name was Pow.
Pow was too much.
And their catchphrase is snap, crackle, and pop.
They're two of their costumes look so specific. Like one of them looks like kind of like a tin soldier type boy. One of
Okay.
them looks like maybe a chef type something. Like there's implied jobs that
So
they do.
they're all chefs.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes. They're all various styles of chefs outfits.
Weird.
Yes. And I was like, I guess I could have got that through their hats.
Are they brothers?
Yes.
They are?
Yes.
They don't look anything like each other.
And Pow is real.
No way.
Yes, he is.
I thought you were lying.
I'm not kidding. Pow is very much real.
Oh my god.
So they are an onomatopoeia. Snap, crackle, pop. When you put the milk into the Rice Krispies, you can hear it, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the onomatopoeia. The Pow,
Yeah.
right? They added him in because he is nutrition. Pow.
Oh.
You can see why he didn't stick around.
Pow doesn't have as much fun.
Yeah.
It's a great selling gimmick. You know, every single person, even adults, sit there and like listen to the popping cereal because it's fun.
Yes. Now, I haven't had Count Chocula, right?
No.
And Rice Krispies is my favorite cereal in the whole world.
It's really good.
You've seen me eat half a box in a sitting.
I tell you what, not only just the cereal, Rice Krispie treats.
Yep.
Those crack cocaine.
Yeah. There you go. There's another one who just transcend. In fact, because of how great Rice Krispie treats are, they started making more cereal bars.
Yes.
Which
did not work as good.
Yeah, they're not around as much anymore, but some of them were kind of fun, like the Fruit Loops one.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Rice Krispies are small enough that when, like, they're all together, it's not, like, too much of a chew. Whereas something like Fruit Loops, like, it's harder to bite into. I remember that.
Yeah. Who do you think wins here?
I say it's the boys. It's our gnomish bros.
Yeah. I'm going to say Rice Krispies also.
Yeah.
So that is the end of round 1. Round 2.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now, we introduced the top 4 seeds. Number 1, Tony.
Yep.
Going up, our number 9, Buzz.
A bee and a tiger. The battle of the stripes.
So, just a little refreshing on Tony. We don't have to talk about him as much as we did last time. Mm-hmm. But Tony was created in 1952.
Nice.
He's gone through many iterations. What is he? He's a jacked tiger.
He sure is.
He's known for being active in sports.
Yeah.
That is his whole thing. He wants kids to be up, positive, and active.
One of the few cereals that tastes like it, too. Bland.
And catchphrase, they're great.
They're great. Yep.
Everybody knows that one. And then there's Buzz.
Both healthy cereals.
They are.
That's tough.
They're both beloved.
They are. They both kind of transcend beyond just children. I guess Tony's more child-centric, but he does more than just cereal, where Buzz is just cereal, but reaches adult audiences.
Yes.
Dang, that's a tough one to narrow down.
It is. Part of me says Tony. But also, there is Buzz, and he does have quite a, not a generational gap. Mm-hmm. You know, well...
Persistence.
Yes.
That is challenging.
And when you go into the cereal aisle and you look at Frosted Flakes versus Cheerios, I mean, there's so many more Cheerios.
Mm-hmm. There's a million flavors.
Mm-hmm. But then, would you argue that because there's so many different flavors, that's why it would be more popular? Or that Frosted Flakes are more popular and they don't have to do as many flavors?
They don't need to keep reinventing the wheel. They know their one that they got is already good.
Yes.
Oh, man. It's a toughie.
You want to flip a coin on it?
I think we need to come to some sort of decision. Who's more fun? Because Buzz is cool.
Yes, but he doesn't do anything.
He's very, like, I guess, like humdrum. He's there. He's nice. He whispers about Cheerios in your ear.
Yep.
But he doesn't usually do things.
I forgot about that. He wakes you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony wins.
Yeah, despite the honey Patronus, despite the magical honey element, Tony's just cooler.
Yes.
Tony wins again.
Tony wins again. Damn.
Could he be a 2-time winner?
He could be.
Is there a Tony the Tiger video game? So he gets sweep that one too?
I'm sure there is a video game for him. Our next one, number 4, Lucky, the leprechaun.
Yes.
Now, Lucky was created in 1964. What is he? He's a disgruntled Irish cryptid who lost his lucky charms and has come across the seas to reclaim them. He is known for stealing food from children and trying to make it like a bandit.
Yes.
And his catchphrase is, "They're magically delicious."
Yes.
He is up against the number 5 seed, Chip the Wolf.
Oh, poor Chip.
Okay.
Didn't stand a chance.
I don't like Cookie Crisps. Well, Lucky Charms, I will sit down if I have to and eat them.
I think, well, also, just the marshmallows are more fun for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky is kind of like the opposite as I felt for the Trix Rabbit, where I felt bad that the Trix Rabbit could never get his tricks.
Yeah.
With Lucky, I was like, let those kids have some cereal, man. You're a grown adult. You make magical, like, cereal all the time. They could have some, surely.
Yeah. He's every time I see him, he's always running away with a bowl, and then like the kids do something and he's like, oh man, I lost them again.
No, he always gets them at the end. The kids never get them. They get like a bite and then he gets them back somehow.
Okay, yeah, he's just a magical creature.
He's too strong. He has like, and he does magic, yeah.
Yeah.
He has those horseshoes and balloons,
And
hourglasses.
shooting stars.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He also, he has a lot of different marshmallows.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite things is if you let the marshmallows sit in the milk too long, the colors bleed.
Yeah, it's fun. I will say, I think it was it might have been like a Family Guy gag, but they were looking for Lucky, and they came across his brother, the one that makes the brown pieces. Like the normal, not marshmallow bits. And he's like, hey, you wanna chase me around? You want some of my cereal? And they're like, no thank you.
God. Okay. Our next battle, our number 2 seed Captain Crunch versus our 11 seed Trix the Rabbit.
Damn, another 2 really good ones. Iconic.
Now, Captain Crunch doesn't do anything,
No.
but he's stuck around for a long time. And the most interesting thing about him, well, he's got a lot of weird things going on. Some things are so damn funny. You're gonna just love the fact that this happened. But what I find more interesting about him, he is not a Kellogg's or Post.
Yeah, he
is Quaker Oats.
and I think is he the only one from Quaker?
They have the Quaker.
They both of their mascots are just old dudes with white hair.
So apparently, what I was reading is that they had already envisioned a 1830s captain.
Okay.
That's why he wears old colonial kind of clothes and stuff. Mm-hmm. Right? And then they created the cereal, and they're like, okay, we'll put Captain Crunch with them.
Okay.
So there were 2 different ideas. There was just the cereal and then him as a mascot, and then they put the 2 together. So he was created in a lab.
Weird to retroactively fit a different concept into a cereal.
Yes. What does it have to do with captains? I don't know. I think it was because they kind of got stuck with the Quaker name.
Yeah.
And they're like, we'll keep it in the time.
They kind of stumbled onto something because he does a lot of nautical things, like a captain in the Navy.
Yeah.
And boats, water, cereal, milk. There's some sort of iconography they can play with. I don't remember if they ever have. I know he has a boat sometimes.
Yes, he does. And he'll have pirate battles. Mm-hmm. He was created in 1963. What is he known for? And this is really funny. I found this on Wikipedia. It was in 2013, sources from Wall Street Journal and Washington Times noted that he actually has 3 stripes. Mm-hmm. When basically 3 stripes means you're the rank of a commander, and 4 stripes means you're the rank of a captain.
Yeah.
They further went on to say that the U.S. Navy has no record of Crunch, and that the Naval Criminal Investigation Service, the NCIS, was investigating him for impersonating an officer. You can now see Captain Crunch has 4 stripes. They had to go back and fix this design so that he would actually be a captain.
Sometimes I really love humanity. I like that everyone leaned into the joke. Everyone played it straight.
Yes, it's pretty funny when you hear it.
That's amazing.
He doesn't have a catchphrase, but he used to have one a long time ago. And it's a terrible catchphrase. It's got corn for crunch, oats for punch, and it stays crunchy even in milk.
That's horrible.
Yes.
Too long. Why is it a poem?
And it doesn't rhyme at the end.
And it's not even true. That shit gets soggy. I think it has the biggest lasting power it has is the oops all berries. Because everyone likes editing whatever they want it to be. Like oops all exposition or
A friend of mine, he told me that he doesn't trust the captain. And I was like, why? And he's like, for how many different oops, it's all berries that's happened, I'm starting to think it's intentional.
It wasn't an accident. You meant to put all berries. You bastard.
My second favorite cereal in the world is Berry Crunch Mix.
I hate the berries. I hate the berry parts.
I love them. They gotta be mixed.
My favorite is all brown squares, like the all peanut butter.
Yeah, you just
whatever.
Yeah, the peanut butter one.
Oops, no berries.
Oops, no berries, but there's a lot of butter. He's up against Trix.
Damn. They're both good.
They are both good. But the thing is, because the captain does nothing, and he's not very reliant.
Yeah. That's also, he's lied about his rank,
Yes.
and he lied about his crunchiness of his cereal. He's lying about the berry operation.
Well, Trix is more iconic.
He's a sad boy.
Everyone knows what he looks like. We all know what's going on with him.
Yep.
So I'm going to say Trix.
I agree. Trix.
Okay.
Who's last?
So our number 3 seed is Toucan Sam.
You didn't put the Cocoa Puffs bird on here?
Nope.
Wow. But you put Quickie?
It's my ranking list.
Insane.
I told you, a lot of them can't make it in because I have to cap it at 12, and I don't want to be here for 6 hours talking about cereal mascots.
True.
We're here to just have fun.
Toucan Sam.
Toucan Sam. Okay.
And his 3 nephews.
Yes.
Very Huey, Dewey, and Louie-esque.
Yes. So Toucan Sam was created in 1963.
Uh-huh.
He has a colorful beak.
Yep, like the rings of the Fruit Loops.
Through the years has evolved, and now he has all the colors of the Fruit Loops on his beak, which is very unique. He used to be alone. Now he has his nephews.
Yes.
And there was a really interesting thing where it almost was a lawsuit where there was this organization that was there to protect and preserve Mayan artifacts.
Cool.
Right? And their mascot looked very similar to Toucan Sam. And Kellogg's was like, let's go to war.
Wow. Really, Kellogg's? They're like a humanitarian group trying to save history, and
Yes.
you're a cereal company.
So this ended with them teaming up and creating a nonprofit organization.
Good.
Yes.
Like you could have ended like really the villains at the end
They
there.
could have been that, but they were like, no, we're going to team up with you. And it's very cool because toucans live in Mesoamerica.
Yeah. I remember, to bring it back to the cereal specifically, I remember there were commercials, and it was like a narrative you could follow.
Yeah, it's like Tony, he also has storylines.
Yeah, like it started with someone stole his Fruit Loops, and then there was another commercial where they were chasing someone down, and then there was another commercial where they continued the chase, and eventually they got their Fruit Loops back. But I remember being charmed, because it made me look forward to seeing a new commercial.
Yes. And the interesting thing about Toucan Sam is he can actually hold his own against Tony.
He can.
When you find Tony the Tiger products aside from cereal, there will be a Toucan Sam variant of it as well.
Yes. He's less cool looking, though.
He is. He doesn't sport. Well, he doesn't sport at all. And
He just is a bird. He's just a guy.
yeah. But when you see him, you know Fruit Loops. And especially now with I think he has 6 rings on his beak. It's a very, it's standout-ish.
Yes.
And it tells you, and it's on point.
I will
love
say,
it.
I think Pokemon's Toucanon can give him a run for his money. The moment another toucan enters the chat, suddenly it's like, well, is he all that cool?
Okay, yeah. I don't know many other toucans besides those 2.
Yeah, there's not many.
And also, why is his name Sam?
That's a good question.
You got Samuel the Toucan,
Was there like a founder at Kellogg's or somewhere who had the name Sam? Was it just because it kind of rhymed with toucan? Like not even?
Toucan Sam.
Toucan Sam.
And then Anthony the Tiger.
Using their
legal
full
names.
Trixabelle.
And he's up against number 6, Snack, Crackle, and Pop.
Oh, man. Both. Man, okay, so I really like Snap, Crackle, and Pop, but I think Toucan Sam does a better job. Because Snap, Crackle, and Pop, similar to Buzz, very languid. They just kind of hang around.
Yeah.
Bum around, talk about their cereal. Toucan Sam went on a whole adventure and had nephews, which implies he has a brother or a sister of some sort of family.
Yeah, he's a family guy.
He's a toucan family man.
Named Sam.
Yeah.
So, okay, it goes to Toucan Sam. Sorry, Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Good fight. In another bracket, you might have done better.
You know, just like Trix, they do also have other products outside of it. It's just they're not as big as Toucan or Tony.
And the shame, like the shameful thing is, I think it's because there's 3 of them, and so it has to be split across the 3, where there's just one iconic figure with something like Tony or Toucan Sam.
Yeah. Okay, well, that is the end of round 2. Mm-hmm. Tony versus Lucky, Trix versus Toucan Sam.
All right. Both of these are going to be tough.
Yes. I think it's going to come down to how you like their cereal.
If that's going to be the case, so who are we starting with? Tony versus Lucky?
Yes.
If it's down to their cereal, I would pick Lucky.
I would pick Lucky as well.
I also think Lucky's more fun for kids.
Yes. Well, how many leprechaun mascots are there?
I don't know. I don't think many.
I can only think of maybe, if we count the movies Leprechaun,
Yeah.
3. I can think of 3.
I think because Tony's very much like a get up in sport, which there's plenty of things in kids' lives that compel them to get up in sport.
He's the purveyor of it, though.
Yes.
He's the one pushing that door open every time, going like, no, I'm the guy.
But Lucky introduces the concept of a magical adventure.
Yes.
And I'll be honest, as a kid, if a Tony the Tiger commercial came on, I was not compelled to get up and go outside. But if I saw a Lucky Charms commercial, and I see the kids running around a magical rainbow shooting star land,
Yep.
I'd be like, you know what, let's get up and do something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lucky Charms are just the better cereal, in my opinion.
Yeah,
there's more going on there.
It's insane that, I guess it's a testament to how good Tony is, that he has such big, powerful energy to make it so far on both of these lists.
Yes.
Despite the fact his cereal is gross.
He had to change so much. He wasn't always jacked and ripped. Mm-hmm. He started out as like a kind of fat,
kind of Pink Panther-esque.
Yes.
Kind of like hanging around.
He has a big head.
Tricking people. Yeah.
Well, Lucky has pretty much remained the same.
Mm-hmm. Very consistent all throughout.
Yes. I'm going to go with Lucky.
I agree, it's Lucky.
Damn, there you go. Tony got defeated.
Wow. A good fight.
Yep.
A good tiger fight.
He made it to the semifinals. Mm-hmm. Now, Trix versus Toucan Sam.
That's another tough one.
Yes.
Trix bums me out, though. Like I've been saying, I want him to just get his tricks.
So, how do you feel about the cereal?
Cereal-wise, oh, man. I don't love either of them,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. I guess I prefer Fruit Loops, but I very rarely actually get Fruit Loops. I get, like, Fruity Loop-O's or whatever. Like, whatever the knockoff brand is.
The knockoffs are. Which, when it comes to knockoffs, they're not all equal.
No.
And one of the weirdest things I learned, this was last summer, those large bags that you could buy in the grocery store, mm-hmm. right? They always used to be like weird names.
Yes.
You're like, it's Lucky Charms, but it's dinosaur shaped.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, what does that mean? And then they started finally making, like Kellogg started making like large bags of their actual products to be there. Mm-hmm. When I was like, who makes these like no-name knockoffs? It's usually the other guys just making the other guy's cereal.
Yeah.
And then they just give it a totally wacky name, and they don't really care for it. They don't bother. There's no advertisement for them.
Mm-hmm. It's just I know it works because your story about going to your grandparents, my grandparents' cereal was one of those big bags, and it was called Space O's, and it had like goofy little alien characters on it instead of Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
And I hated them. That was the only one she ever got, and I would beg Grandma to get anything different just for variety's sake. And
nice.
She would have Frosted Mini Wheats, and I would be pissed.
Now, Frosted Mini Wheats. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
So good. They need to be frosted. Unfrosted is not worth it.
No, it's not worth it at all. I don't care for the flavors. I just rather just have straight up sugar right there. Mm-hmm. When you let that soak, and you let those fibers break down, Oh.
And like that like sugar layer gets just enough.
Yep.
Like so it's all soft and
the milk becomes sweet and you got the
Yum.
grains in there. Oh, it's so great. Yeah. But they don't have a mascot. They just have their own, like
they used
cinnamon
to.
guys.
Yeah, like little dudes where they were like
Yeah,
on
they
one
run around
side.
and jump in the milk because they're
Yeah.
committing suicide. They made a pact with the devil. And
No, they don't linger on that part of the commercials, but it's there.
yeah, when I saw the cinnamon guys eating each other, I was like, oh my god.
I do remember being like, what?
But then when I look at Minions, and they're not eating each other, but they are definitely causing harm to each other.
Very similar energy.
Yes. You know, I was like, I guess kids do like wacky characters where they can just kind of...
Antics, slapstick,
Yeah.
buffoonery, the works.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tricks and Toucan Sam.
I like Fruit Loops.
I would agree.
And I'm not a big Tricks guy. Whenever I had it, I never cared.
It's bland, especially because for so long they weren't even shaped fun. And then
Yes.
you really realize how bland it is when there's not even fun shapes.
And back to the fruit thing. You know, just straight up lying to me is already insulting. But when it comes to fruity flavors, not only do we have Fruit Loops sitting right here in front of us,
Doing way better.
who, has a better chance, and it's still not there,
No.
right? But you also have Fruity Pebbles, who taste better than Tricks.
Way better.
They don't have the right mascot for this challenge, and it's just flavored Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
I just want to be honest with you. It's when I saw Cocoa Rice Krispies, which was a new product a few years ago, I was like, why? There's cocoa
Like Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles sitting right there.
It's the
you don't
same
need,
thing.
And yeah, it's Post versus Kellogg. And they are the two biggest heavy hitters in the cereal industry here in the Americas. Just with that alone, aside from the Fruity Pebbles nonsense, when it comes to fruit flavors, Toucan Sam wins.
Yes.
And he is a much more dominating character.
Yes.
You don't have those emotional fatigue from him.
Wow.
and he has a family. He hangs out with them and they go off on adventures. They're usually trying to find treasure
Yeah, they're again.
that I guess Cap just left around somewhere.
Just like Lucky, they're having adventures where Trix is just moping and being sad because he
Yeah.
can't eat the food he's the mascot for.
Yes.
Weirdly.
Okay, Toucan Sam. And then that will end round 3. And it will be Lucky versus Toucan Sam.
Dang. Wow.
Round 4.
So, how do we narrow this down? How do we figure this out? Who's better?
I don't know.
It's tough. It's tough.
It is tough. It's very tough. That's why you gotta let it steep in the milk for a little bit. And then you get to enjoy it. These are both cereals that suck dry.
Yes. Oh my god.
Occasionally, I will see a small child eating dry Lucky Charms. And remember what we were talking about with the marshmallows? Or those fake-ass marshmallows?
Yeah.
Ew. No.
Also, every time, like, they bite into their cereal and their fingers get all sticky,
Yep.
and then they touch their marshmallows, and the marshmallow gets all stuck to their sticky fingers,
Yep.
and that's where you get some of the grossest stuff.
While Fruit Loops, you can eat them raw. It's not that fun either. They have a hard, dense outer shell.
Very aggressive.
They are. You really, again, like I said, you really need to let these things steep before you want to enjoy them. One of the biggest complaints about Captain Crunch.
How rough it is.
Yeah, they just tear your mouth apart. Delicious, but not fun to.
Consume.
Yeah, not consume. You like the flavor. It's just it physically hurts you.
Yum. For kids. Okay, so Lucky Charms. Would you eat the brown bits first and then save all the marshmallows for the end? Because I did.
I definitely saw that one coming. For me, I guess I would. I would have done that as a kid and tried to separate them. You know, like, you ever get a giant bag of M&Ms and separate them by color?
Yeah, every time.
And then you think that they taste different, they don't?
Yes. And I am autistic.
And that would be something I would do to myself. And I've done that with Fruit Loops. It doesn't work. They all taste the same.
Yeah.
But it's not nearly as fun when it's not as fully colorful. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I don't think that's a good argument there.
It's not, but it's something like my mother had to stop getting us Lucky Charms because we would take too long because we would be sitting there separating our cereal from marshmallow to not marshmallow.
Oh, you know what? I do remember there was a time where I was purposely going for just the regular cereal bits to leave the marshmallows behind, and it was to let them soak. That was my main intention. That's not a good selling point.
It's not.
Especially when I just talked about how hard the Fruit Loops are. Mm-hmm. Again, those marshmallows are just gnarly.
To like lean it a little, maybe back in Lucky's favor.
Okay.
They've had a lot of very nifty changes to their cereal, like the color changing stuff.
Yep.
A lot of that.
But they already had that there.
Yes.
They just realized, oh, people like it when it's like a color festival in there.
And I'll be honest, it never really worked. Like, I would have, like, I remember, like, I think it was hourglasses. Like, they would change color or something. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, it didn't, like, not really.
Yeah. It doesn't taste any better.
Mm-hmm. And let's be honest, a lot of those marshmallows are not shaped like anything.
They're not. When it comes to shapes and food, it's weird that there never really works out, except for chicken nuggets.
Yes. You can do a mean dinosaur-shaped chicken nugget.
There's star-shaped chicken nuggets. If you go to Hardee's or Carl's Jr.
Yep.
You've got Burger King. They have a very unique shaped nugget there.
Yep.
And then you got McDonald's that has 4 different shapes, but we don't eat that trash anymore.
Nope.
It's not worth it. Blaming E. coli on...
I know.
On onions. Are you kidding me?
So dumb.
It's not... Screw you guys. Anyways, I'm going with Toucan Sam.
I agree, because Lucky's commercials also are very frantic. Like, it's a lot of running around sometimes. And he has to introduce the new unicorn or whatever marshmallow shape he has. And then they run up, and then they get their bite of cereal, and then he runs up and he steals it again. It's very, like... a lot for a simple cereal commercial where Toucan Sam is like, yum.
Yeah. And he's telling a narrative throughout it, which helps. And you can find protein powder. You can find the cereal bars. They, I think Toucan Sam wins it. Now that we finally got to the winner, Toucan Sam.
Woohoo!
Here's the question. Which one is your favorite cereal? It doesn't have to be on this list. And... who do you think would have won?
Yeah, like, who do you think, beyond reasoning, who's your favorite?
Yeah. I went onto a website to see what they thought about their own rankings, right? And the top 3. Number 1, Tony.
Wow.
And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Number 2, Toucan Sam. Number 3, Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, see, I knew that.
They're good
Captain
ones.
Crunch was in there. Trix was in there. Lucky was in there. I was like, yeah, these guys, they're all well known. The most fascinating thing to me is that it seems that really right there in the 60s and the 70s, they're like, these are the mascots. And they've held strong.
And they've perfected them. And there's not new mascots. You know, the newest one was Chip the Wolf, and we talked about how bland he was.
Yeah. Even if you changed it now, I don't know, you'd probably alienate your old fans.
Probably.
Right? Because you know certain cereals because of your grandparents. Right? And they would have been growing up in this time eating cereal. And then when your parents were eating the cereal that they're eating, they would buy the cereal for you. It's a multi-generational thing with these mascots.
Yeah.
And these flavors. If a mascot was weak, going back to Chip, right? They would change him.
Yeah.
Right? So... or
just get rid of them, like cinnamon and apple.
Yes. Yes, but expect a variation of them to come back at some point. They probably won't have Jamaican accents.
Yeah, there was a while where there was just a cinnamon stick, without like any outfit or anything going on.
Yeah.
And then that guy got axed at some point in time too, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why did they go with a Rastafarian theme with him?
I don't know, he was cool.
Like, apples don't grow there.
No.
Cinnamon.
Well, Apple was his enemy originally because Apple wanted to get.
Oh yeah, there was the. Yep.
He was going to make the Apple Jacks taste like apple, but Cinnamon was the keeper of Apple Jacks, and he makes it taste like cinnamon, which it doesn't taste like either of those things.
No.
I'm gonna be honest.
No, I don't like apple pies.
I don't like Apple Jacks.
I don't like Apple Jacks. I don't like apple, cinnamon, anything.
I'm not huge into apple, in general.
Yeah, you're terrible about telling me what flavor of apple it is.
They're all the same. They all taste the same.
They're not.
They're all exactly the same.
Brayburn does not taste like a Macintosh.
Yes, it does.
Does not taste like a Granny Smith.
The only different one is Granny Smith, and that's because it's sour.
You got all those yellow apples?
They all just taste like red apples.
No, they don't.
They're all the same.
A Red Delicious does not taste like a it doesn't.
They do.
Okay.
I will die on this hill.
Well, that was the second part. The mascots of cereal.
Hooray!
We did it. I hope you guys enjoy it. You got anything coming up this week? Wait. That's a coffee break thing.
Yeah. And I don't even know when this is going to come out.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Nice.
Okay. Guys, enjoy. Have fun. Next time, we'll go back to film reviews until December.
Yay.
And then there'll be a part 3.
Nice.
I'm not going to tell you what part 3 is.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be big.
It's going to be a long one.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Garbage eggs.
Is it gonna start with that? Are we starting with that?
No, I just wanted to see how it worked.